What's up guys? Today I'm going to teach you how to crook a rail. So I wanted to do this video at the skate park, but I've had this problem lately where I can't regulate my body heat in my head. So just doing that intro caused me to have to lay in bed all day long just with a horrible migraine. Just going out into the 90+ degree Fahrenheit weather for just a few minutes has been messing me up. Just walking to my car gives me a headache. So if anybody knows what that could be, let me know. I've been drinking a lot of Pedialyte. I've basically been sitting inside for a few days, just drinking Pedialyte and sleeping all day. I can't actually sleep more than 6 hours at a time though, because I wake up and I have a bunch of energy, but I still try to lay there and sleep, and I just can't fall asleep without getting some kind of exercise. So we're gonna do this video. So first off, you want to start out doing these on a rough concrete ledge, just to learn how to get into it and stop. You don't want to start out on a round rail trying to get into these because you'll probably get hurt. So to stall in it, you're going to roll at a slight angle. You're going to ollie when you're about almost a foot away, and then you're going to put all your weight on your front foot on the heel and pinch that back heel side wheel right up against the edge of the ledge or the rail. And all of your weight is on your heel. I can say all of your weight's on your heel because a lot of your weight's on your heel, as much as you can possibly put. You can't actually put all your weight on your heel because then your foot would just like snap backwards. But as much as you can. You want to get that pinch right here in that heel side wheel. I know I've been skating indies most of the time, but Thunders are way better for crooks, especially on round rails like this. They're also way better for Feebles and Smiths. I cannot do these like this with my board with indies. They're just a little higher off the ground. There's a little more truck on top, and I just can't get that pinch. With this board, it's so low, it just feels locked in. So once you learn to get into these, do that for a while. Learn to slide just a little bit on a rough ledge. Maybe put some wax on it, slide just a little bit. So after that, you want to try this on an actual skate park box. One that actually slides, maybe it has coping, or maybe it's made out of a hard plastic. All right, so I'll give all the problems that I have with these on a ledge, and then I'll go and talk about all my problems I have with these on a flat bar. So on a ledge, my biggest problem is as soon as I get on there, it pinches and it stops. That's because I'm putting too much weight on my toes, and I'm pinching this side of the board right up against that ledge. I do that all the time with these. But you gotta put a lot of weight on your heel, right here in this pocket, and you have to actually pinch the back wheel up against the board and against the ledge. So you're basically flat spotting your front heel side wheel. You're just really pushing through that, putting that weight right on the heel. The wheel might roll a little bit, but it's really sliding against the ledge. So you want the ledge pretty slick on the top. You're also having to drag the front of your board, so you might want to wax right there. Maybe wax the inside of your wheel, wax your wheel, and wax the ledge. You really have to push through these. Sometimes I end up accidentally locking in on the other wheel, the toe side wheel, and with that, it's much harder. Sometimes I don't actually push my nose against the ledge, so I'm just kind of grinding at an angle like that, and you don't really lock in with that. It's okay to do those at first on the tip of the rail or the ledge, and that's definitely how I learned this trick. Sometimes I'll actually come to a stop, so I'll grind like a few inches and then come to a stop. That's not as big a problem. You can just kind of turn out of it. So you want to do it on a ledge before you do it on a rail. But before I talk about how to pop out of it, let's talk about the problems I have getting into it on a rail. So when I get into it on a rail, the biggest problem I have is this wheel coming over and landing in a board slide. For me, this is the most dangerous thing that could happen because I've got rails on the bottom of my board and it slides out. So you get into it and then you're going too fast with too much momentum, and it clips here and then it lands in a board slide that's almost all the way over here already. And you could just put the wheels down, walk off. If the rail is low like this, just happen to have a tape measure here. This rail is only like less than 8 inches tall, so it's tiny. It's about a board high. Other problems I have is sometimes this back heel side wheel pops over and I just slide into a nose slide. That's not really a problem because nose slides are probably the easiest slide and the easiest thing to get out of for sure. So yeah, I'm either landing too much this way, sliding that way, too much that way, and sliding over this way. That's mainly the problems I have. Sometimes it'll get stuck and my foot will come off and my foot will land on the rail kind of like this. That hurts sometimes, but it's not really as bad as the first thing. All right, so believe it or not, getting into this trick is the easiest part of this trick. Getting out of it is really hard. So the way most people get out of it is they put weight right on their heel, they push forward, they go kind of fast, and kind of nollie out. I can do that, but I'm not very good at it. So what I usually do is either come to the end and kind of pivot and do a little 180 and come out fakie, or I do a shove it. Because I've been doing nose slide shoves for over a decade now, a long time, maybe 2 decades. And so I'm really good at those. So just transitioning it to just barely putting that wheel up there and doing the shove out is really easy for me. That's so much easier than actually popping out. So again, to pop out, you have to put the weight right here, because if you put it here, the board's gonna flip this way, you're gonna land primo, and you're probably gonna fall, because you have to go pretty fast to actually pop out of this. If you don't go fast and you try to pop out, this happens. You land your back truck on in the middle of your board, and you get hung up there. So you have to really push it forward, just like push out this way and nollie. So have a good nollie before you do this. I think these are easier on round rails. Some people might think they're easier on square rails, but for me, every single grind is easier on a round rail. It just slides faster. I don't get stuck as much. On the fat square rail that I have, it drags along. You have to really push through it like you would have to on a rough street ledge. So for me, the round rail works better. You have to be pretty good at skating to do this. You have to have a significant amount of balance. It's not an easy trick, especially on a round rail. On a ledge, it's not as bad, but on a rough ledge, it's kind of hard to push through this. You can't just put your weight in the back as much as you can on like a 5-0 or something and push through it. You have to push your weight back but still be pinching in the front, so it is hard. Again, thunders are better for this trick. For certain tricks, indies might be better. For certain tricks, thunders might be better, but for this, I would probably skate some low thunder trucks. So I'm working on a video right now of all of my junk called Hoarders Skateboard Edition, where I'm gonna be selling a bunch of stuff. I'm already selling a bunch of stuff on eBay. My links are in the description below, but I'm gonna be selling a whole bunch of stuff in a future video, so stay tuned for that. I would have already gotten that video out, but it's taken me a long time with whatever's going wrong with my head, and I've just got so much stuff that I need to get rid of. So I actually tried to do some crook tail grabs. That was hard, way harder than I thought it would be. Here, I've got the camera back as far as it can go that way, and I'm still struggling to get everything in the shot here. But I've got a fisheye coming Tuesday for Sony, so hopefully that'll be nice. Maybe it'll work down here. So that's all I've got for you today. Stay tuned for more videos. We've got more how-to videos and reviews, tutorials. I guess tutorials are the same thing as how-to videos, but got a lot more videos to come, so hit that subscribe button. Scroll through my channel, check out my other videos because I've got a ton of videos on this channel, and thanks for watching.